Your mind is so much more powerful than you even know. There are a few secrets to unlocking this power of the mind, and understanding these secrets, bringing them into your conscious awareness, is the first step to using mindfulness and the power of thought to control your mind, reprogram your mind, and use the power of your mind to start creating life the way you want it. So that's what I'm going to show you today. 3 powerful secrets to unlock that power of your incredible, beautiful brain, and how to bring them into conscious awareness so that you can use them, so that they don't just stay hidden in your subconscious where they're not doing you any good. So let's jump in and talk about these 3 secrets to unlock the power of the mind. So these are all going to be bringing some things that are subconscious for most of us into your conscious awareness. The first one is all about imagery. So your subconscious mind produces visual images that go along with every thought you have. Most of us are completely unaware of these images, and yet we react to them all of the time. They are a lot of what triggers emotional responses in us. So I'm going to show you what some of these images are. So I want you to take a moment and think about something that let's go positive. Think of something that you're excited about, something you're looking forward to. And I want you just to notice what comes up. Maybe it's something over the holidays, maybe it's something at work or in your business. Think about something you're excited about. And I want you to intentionally look in your mind, you might have to close your eyes, for an image. What image is associated with that thing you're excited about? You can also do this with fears. It's actually really interesting to do with fears. Like if you have a phobia, maybe you're scared of heights or scared of flying, maybe you don't like small spaces. When you think of that fear, bring that awareness to the visual component. You might have to close your eyes and look upwards to look for that image. We tend to access certain images in our brains with our eye movements. So if your eyes are going up to the right or to the left, you're accessing mental images. So if you're having a hard time getting to them, use that eye movement to intentionally look. You're literally looking in your brain for those images. I might look up and to the right to try to find an image, either of something I remembered or something that I'm constructing actively in my mind. So bring your awareness to those images. They are always there. That's the thing. All day long, every thought that comes through your mind, there's an associated image somewhere in your subconscious. And part of your reaction is to that image. And often those images are kind of out of whack with our thought. You might think, oh, I'm really excited about this weekend. But when you look at that image, there's something in it that's actually makes you not excited, right? It might be something about your family. There might be an image of your in-laws who are really big and kind of cartoonish and scary looking. And you're like, yeah, I'm so excited about the weekend. But then you have this mental image and you get a lot of anxiety, right? So we have a lot of disconnect between with what we think and how we feel, because often those mental images don't just jive up with our thought. And we often don't even know they're there, and yet we have an emotional response to them. So if you really want to unlock some power in your mind, start intentionally bringing your conscious awareness to these images. And then, this is the really cool part, you can change them. So once you know there's an image in your mind, let's go with the example of the weekend. You're going to go see your in-laws. You want to be excited, but you have this dread. As you become aware of that image, I want you to notice, how big are the people? What are the colors like? Are they moving? Are they static? Are they realistic? Is the image right up in your face, or is it far out in front of you? And then what I want you to do is push that image out to a comfortable distance where you can see it, but don't feel so emotionally threatened by it. And I know this sounds silly, but it's so true. If you have a scary or unpleasant image up close in your mind's eye, you can literally just push it away, and it will give you some emotional distance. And once you do that, make changes, experiment, shrink people, make them bigger, change the colors, change the movement. You can even add some music if you want. Play with that mental image and adjust it till you notice an emotional change. You can make yourself feel happier, sadder, angrier, more excited, more anxious by toying with those images in your mind. So whenever you feel like your emotion and your thought aren't lining up, take a moment, go in your brain, look around, bring up that image and look at it. Get curious. What's in there? What am I reacting to? And if you don't like it, change it, right? It's so amazing that your brain is capable of this, and yet most of us aren't even aware these images exist. So this is super, super fun, and especially if you approach it with a light and playful attitude. Don't get overwhelmed by these images. Like, they're there, but they're totally within your control. So bring them up, explore them, and make some changes and see what happens. See how your emotions change as well. All right, guys, the second way to unlock the power of your mind is to get in touch with your subconscious. So often we get stuck being indecisive, or we think we don't know the answer to something. And this can be everything from not knowing what restaurant you want to eat at or what you want for Christmas to not knowing how you feel, right? To being like, well, I don't feel good, but I don't know how I'm feeling. Is this fear? Is this anger? Is this sadness? I just don't know. The truth is you do know. Your subconscious knows the answer to all of those questions. It knows what your favorite color is, it knows what you want to eat, and it knows what emotion you're feeling right now. But the conscious brain often can't see that. So this is an amazing little trick. It's best if you write this down, but you ask yourself this question whenever your conscious mind is like, I don't know. Ask yourself, if I did know, what would the answer be? If I did know how I was feeling, what would that emotion be? If I did know what I wanted to eat tonight, what would that be? Write down the question and then just wait. See what comes up and write down the answer. This is one of my favorite questions to ask clients because often they won't even notice. They'll be like, gosh, I just don't know how I feel, and it's so frustrating because I can never tell what's really going on in there. I'm like, okay, well, if you did know, what would it be? And they're like, oh, I'm scared. It is amazing. This is just such a little hack in your brain to get into that subconscious and give it a voice. So if I did know, what would the answer be? Super simple, but I encourage you to get a pen and write it down. You will get a lot more clarity and information if you do it that way. And the third way to unlock the power of your mind is to look for and honor your positive intentions. So what does that mean? Every behavior, everything you do, no matter how awful, no matter how embarrassing, no matter how stupid, has a positive intention behind that behavior. There's always a reason. Even if you are yelling at your kids or crying when you try to talk to your spouse or getting drunk every night and running around naked, whatever it is, smoking, even smoking, which you know is going to kill you, there is a positive intention behind that negative behavior. And this one is really powerful because we tend to look at our negative behaviors and judge ourselves. We feel shame and we feel guilt, and neither of those things help us. They don't change the behavior. We do it again and we beat ourselves up again, right? We yell at our kids again and we feel awful. I'm a terrible parent. We argue with our spouse, we drink too much, we smoke another cigarette, and we're like, I have no willpower, I'm so weak, right? We spend all of this time berating ourselves for a behavior because we don't understand that there is a positive intention. The reason that behavior keeps coming up, that we keep doing this thing that embarrasses us or that we see as bad or negative or awful, the reason we do it is because there is some positive intention that we are not aware of. So when you get curious and find that positive intention, it really opens up possibilities for you. This is how you actually change behaviors that you don't like. You don't beat yourself up for them. You don't berate yourself and tell yourself what a terrible person you are. You get curious about why. Why do I do this? Why do I smoke this cigarette? There's always an answer. Remember how I said your subconscious always knows? If you can't find the positive intent, ask yourself, if I knew what the positive intention was, what would it be? Right? It's often that some part of your subconscious is trying to protect you or trying to help you succeed or trying to make you feel loved or heard or connected. It wants something good for you and it is going about it in a way that is just not very effective. So I'm not saying that you have to condone the negative behavior. What I'm saying is that instead of beating yourself up, instead of berating yourself for that negative behavior, ask yourself why. What is the positive intention behind this behavior? What is it that my subconscious wants for me? What good thing, because I know there is one, that's leading me to do this behavior? Once you identify that underlying positive intent, you can enlist the help of your subconscious to brainstorm other ways to achieve that goal. So if my positive intention through smoking cigarettes is to connect with other people and to be social, or to not be alone, that might be how my subconscious phrases it, is to not be alone. Well, is this working? You and your subconscious sit down with a journal and brainstorm it. Is it working? Is smoking really helping me do this? Do I like the results I get from smoking? What happens when I smoke? What are the consequences of it? Put it all out there. And then, again, asking, all you have to do to engage your subconscious is ask it. Asking your subconscious to be present, brainstorm other ways. What are other ways, more effective ways, that I could achieve this goal of connection? Is there anything else I could do that would work better than smoking cigarettes? It's like taking your subconscious on a little journey. It's like, okay, I understand. You want this positive, amazing thing for me. I want that too. Great, we're on the same page. It's like you build a little rapport there with your subconscious. You're befriending it instead of beating it up. And then you invite it, well, let's look at this. Is it really working? We both want this goal. Is what we're doing getting us there? And if it's not, okay, what do we want to do instead? It all becomes like very objective and very analytical and very safe, instead of you going down this road of shame and guilt and I'm such an awful person and why do I do this and this is so terrible and it means all these bad things about me. No, there's a positive intention behind all of that. What is it? Find it and then start to look at it. Be a problem solver. Is this working? If not, what would work instead? But do it all from a place of honoring the positive intention behind that behavior. So instead of going about, it's just a shift in perspective. It's like a glass half empty or a glass half full, but it makes all the difference. So instead of eliminating a negative behavior, you're going to find a better way to honor the positive intention. So it seems like a subtle shift. It seems like you'd be doing the same thing, but I promise you one is so much easier to do. It is so much easier to honor that positive intention in a different way and achieve it in a different way than it is to just make yourself stop doing this negative behavior without acknowledging or accepting or finding another way for that positive intention to be achieved. Because if you close that door, if you say, well, we're not doing this anymore, that positive intention that's really important to your subconscious isn't getting met, and it'll start to freak out and you're not going to feel good. And that's why you keep going back to these negative habits. So I know that last bit was a bit long, but guys, I love that positive intent piece. If you only take away one thing about unlocking the power of your brain, focus on finding and honoring the positive intentions behind all of your behaviors, because they're there and they're beautiful and there are ways for you to achieve them without resorting to self-sabotage or painful behaviors. I hope you enjoyed this. I think the brain is so amazing and fascinating and beautiful, and yours is so powerful. So take advantage of that. Use these techniques to your advantage to harness the power of your brain and go out there and really start creating whatever it is you want in life. All the tools you need are right here. You already have access to them. And if you enjoyed this video, if you got benefit from these tools, please don't forget to click subscribe, click on the bell, turn on notifications. I am going to be giving you so many more ways, tools, and techniques to harness the amazing power of your mind and use it to create anything you want. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.